You know, we often say in this cost of living crisis, don't we, that every penny counts. I mean, quite literally, every penny does count. And when, of course, you go and visit, say, somewhere that you think is kind of money saving, cheap, economical, that sort of thing, you don't expect to be ripped off. Or do you? As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning. How are you? Nice to see you today. And as ever, thank you so much for joining me. And also, wonderful again, I keep saying this, I know, but wonderful to see so many new subscribers. Thank you so much, genuinely, for choosing to join our channel, our group of chums. You will be welcome. Hopefully, you'll have quite a few laughs, and hopefully, we'll get a bit of grey matter going, thinking points that perhaps, as I often say here on the show, the mainstream media just cruelly overlooks, but is a vital part of getting to know what's happening in the world today. It's a little bit like this story. Some people may now see this as rather trivial, but I think it's an important thing to point out. You see, recently I've been out and about filming across London with a cameraman, and he's one of these particular breeds that likes to go into McDonald's. Now, I've got to be honest with you, McDonald's wouldn't be my choice of phrase. For many people who know me incredibly well from this channel, I bring a flask, sandwiches, biscuits. I'm always well prepared. On occasions, though, I have to be honest, on very hot days, I've enjoyed one of their McFlurry things, or indeed a cup of tea, because it's far more reasonably priced than all the other major chains like Nero, Starbucks, Pret a Manger, things like that. Let's be honest, it's, tea bag and hot water. But one particular thing that I've seen time and time again now out with this particular gentleman is this. It's how very craftily and cleverly McDonald's clearly are ripping customers off. And of course, it does benefit them in the long run. Let me explain. When you look at their menu, you see, most of the things come in at around 179, 269, 159. That you'll notice there's a pattern. It's never quite the full rounded figure. There's always a penny. Now, what you will also notice in McDonald's is by the till receipts, if you can pay cash anywhere now, you'll see these little boxes. They've had them for years where you're supposed to put all your loose coins and change and pennies for the McDonald's charity. They get the credit while you give the money. Typical charity, as I'm sure you'll all agree. But what's interesting is, over those recent visits, I've noticed on all occasions that this particular gentleman has never been given the penny in his change. So, for instance, if he's due 31 pence back, they just give him 30 pence. I questioned this with him. He said, oh, it's only a penny. But the bottom line is, he didn't go into the charity box. It remained in the till. This got me thinking, well, just exactly how many pennies do McDonald's literally calculate per day across their entire network? And when you think about it, that's pure profit going back into their till, not to said charity. But that aside, so I questioned this idea myself, went into my local McDonald's, bought myself a cup of tea, and lo and behold, there it was, or should I say coffee, 129, no penny change. I went back and I said, oh, you've shortchanged me. The guy said, well, if you want the penny, rather abruptly, right? So I said, I do. It's customary to ask if you're going to withhold the change. Naturally, what do you expect at a service level like that? Obviously. But what got me thinking was this. When I spoke to the manager, they then said, yes, but most people don't want the penny. They don't want the spare copper. I said, but he didn't put it in the box, and this has happened on numerous occasions. She said, it's something that happens across the entire network. So when you think about it next time, each time you do think, well, I go in there, say you're a builder or, somebody out and about working every day, and you're just buying your coffee or indeed your morning breakfast pap, and they don't give you the penny. Think about this. It's not you that's really losing out. Top those pennies up over a year, perhaps top them up over a month. Would you really just throw away 40, 50 pence on the road and walk away for someone else to profit from? And McDonald's really should be ashamed of this practice. They don't deny it. And more importantly, as long as the customer says nothing, they're more than happy to be Mac happy ripping you off. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.